Adolf Hitler's early life was marked by instability and disappointment. Born in Austria in 1889, he was a restless and often withdrawn child. His family moved frequently, adding to his sense of rootlessness. Young Adolf clashed with his strict father and found solace in his mother's affection. He dreamed of becoming an artist, but his artistic aspirations were met with rejection. Vienna, the cultural hub of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, became Hitler's home in his late teens. He hoped to gain admission to the prestigious Vienna Academy of Fine Arts. However, his dreams were dashed when he was twice rejected by the academy. This rejection was a profound blow to Hitler's ego. He found himself adrift, scraping by on meager inheritances and selling postcards to tourists. The bustling streets of Vienna presented a stark contrast to Hitler's personal struggles. The city was a melting pot of cultures and ethnicities. This diversity, however, bred suspicion and prejudice in the young Hitler. He developed a deep-seated resentment towards the city's diverse population, particularly its Jewish community. This resentment, fueled by the political rhetoric of the time, would fester in the years to come. Hitler's failure to achieve artistic recognition left him deeply embittered. He blamed his misfortunes on what he perceived as external forces working against him. His anti-Semitism, already present in his youth, intensified during his time in Vienna. He consumed anti-Semitic pamphlets and listened to hateful speeches. These experiences solidified his warped worldview, blaming Jews for the economic hardships and social ills plaguing Austria. Despite his artistic failures, Hitler found solace in the world of ideas. He was an avid reader, devouring political pamphlets, history books, and philosophical treatises. He was particularly drawn to the works of German nationalists. These readings further fueled his growing sense of German pride and his belief in the superiority of the German people. The cosmopolitan atmosphere of Vienna, which he had initially found so alluring, now filled him with disgust. He saw the city as a symbol of decline and decadence. He longed for a return to a mythical German past, one characterized by racial purity and national greatness. This yearning for a glorious past would become a central theme in his later political ideology. The outbreak of World War I in 1914 provided an unexpected turning point in Hitler's life. He saw the war as an opportunity to prove himself and to find meaning in the chaos that had engulfed Europe. He volunteered for the German army, eager to fight for the nation he had come to idealize. Hitler's experience in the trenches was transformative. He served as a dispatch runner, a dangerous job that exposed him to the horrors of modern warfare. He witnessed firsthand the brutality and carnage of the battlefield, yet he thrived in the camaraderie and discipline of army life. The war also deepened Hitler's sense of German nationalism. He embraced the wartime propaganda that portrayed Germany as a victim of Allied aggression. He was outraged by Germany's defeat in 1918, which he attributed to betrayal by politicians and communists. This sense of betrayal, combined with his wartime experiences, would have a profound impact on his political views. Following the war, Hitler returned to a defeated and demoralized Germany. The country was in political and economic turmoil. The Treaty of Versailles, which imposed harsh penalties on Germany, was deeply unpopular. This atmosphere of resentment and instability provided fertile ground for extremist movements, including the fledgling Nazi Party. Hitler's oratory skills and charisma quickly attracted attention. He joined the Nazi Party in 1921 and soon rose through the ranks. He was a spellbinding speaker, captivating audiences with his fiery rhetoric and promises of national revival. He skillfully exploited the anxieties of the German people, blaming Jews, communists, and liberals for Germany's woes. The Nazi Party, initially a fringe group, began to gain traction under Hitler's leadership. He organized rallies, marches, and paramilitary organizations. He understood the power of propaganda and used it effectively to spread the Nazi message. His speeches, often delivered in beer halls and public squares, resonated with a population eager for change and a return to national pride. The 1930s witnessed Hitler's steady ascent to absolute power. The Great Depression plunged Germany into further chaos, creating an opening for the Nazis to exploit. Hitler's message of national unity and economic revival resonated with a growing number of Germans. In 1933, Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany. He swiftly consolidated his power, dismantling democratic institutions and establishing a totalitarian state. The Nazi Party became the only legal party in Germany. Opposition was ruthlessly suppressed. Freedom of speech and the press were abolished. Hitler's ideology, a toxic brew of nationalism, anti-Semitism, and racial purity, became the guiding force of the Nazi state. Jews were systematically persecuted, stripped of their rights, and subjected to violence and terror. Concentration camps were established to imprison political opponents, Jews, and other undesirables. Hitler's Germany had descended into a nightmare of tyranny and barbarity.